reflection, this version of Word is different than what's in the library, but it's the old one, but it works very similar. Glide reflections are the tessellations that create a pattern of going backwards and forwards or up and down. So we'll talk about that a little bit more. I'm going to just go through the steps kind of briefly. So you're going to start with a rectangle. And again, a lot of this is just getting used to Word. I'm going to get rid of the fill of my shape. I'm going to make my outline a little thinner by going to outline and choosing the weight to be lighter. And then I'm going to zoom in so I can see what I'm doing a little bit better. And I like to go to 200, but you know, I'm in my 50s, so you might not need to go that big. Okay, so here we go. Then, as with the other tessellation, you want to work corner to corner and practice with the tools. So what the glide reflection is you can do a translation on one side. That's the best way to begin a glide reflection, and then do a glide reflection on the other way. So first I'm going to just start with a curve tool and just do a regular translation working corner to corner. So I'm going to click here. I've let go of the mouse, and you remember the next time I click I get a pivot point. So you know, I can click and then whatever I want to do. And then when I get to here, tell me it's not going to freeze already. Holy moly. That is so weak that it's already freezing. Okay, there we go. So before I do anything else, I like to keep my lines thin, because the thinner my lines, the better I can see my accuracy. Also, I can already see that I could have been maybe a little more accurate for the purposes of today. You guys, for today, I didn't really want to do that. It's pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna glide this down for right now. Now, if I wanted, and I'm going to play around with some ideas here. If I wanted to do a glide reflection, that's like a translate down. If you translate vertical, you have to flip horizontal. If you translate horizontal, you have to flip vertical. So think of it like a chest move. So if I glide down and I want to do a glide reflection, then I have to do a flip, but my flip has to be, so my glide was vertical, so my flip has to be left, right. Flip horizontal, okay? And then you can see there's an ever so slight error here on my corner, but for today I'm not going to worry about it. So I just want to teach the process. This is what you should be doing today also, not worrying about the little things until you get the process down, and then when you get your final product, you should be looking at the so if I were going to repeat it, and then I'll delete this, I would glide down. So if I glide vertically, then I'm going to flip horizontally. So over here, flip horizontal.
Oh, that's
okay.
Intriguing.
So that creates a shape that goes left and right instead of just all the same direction. Now I'm going to insert another tool, another shape. It's going to complete my remember, I kind of like to work inside because I don't have a lot of space over here. So maybe I'm going to do something pretty basic here. Just get the corner. Click. I'm going to go inside here because I know I have a limited amount of space. If I went outside on the left, I might not have enough space here. Does that make sense? Okay, well, let me try to do a better job of explaining as soon as I release this here. So I'm going to double click here. So what I was trying to say is I wanted to go out on the left. But to make sure that there's enough room, if I go out on the left, I'm going to go in on the right instead. Okay. Okay, so there's my shape. I've done a translation and a glide reflection. I'm going to do a save as to my desktop, just because that's where I want it. Glide reflection shape. And I know, you've already noticed my typing skills. And now I'm going to do a save as glide reflection tessellation. So I always have two documents. Okay, then I'm going to group. Now I'm in the tessellation, the 4 pieces that I want. So I've selected them all, holding the shift key. I'm going to go to group. I'm going to just move that out of the way and get rid of this. Yeah.
That's like an angel fish.
Yeah. Okay.
No, it's like it just wore a whole bunch of rings on its
Real quick, paint is starting to be places in the building, so should I go through the paint steps?
It's in the ones.
It's in that.
It is.
It's in the computer.
It might be in the library. I don't know if it is today.
I thought it.
It's okay. I think they went in. So I should I just do a quick paint? We have a long time today. Okay.
Wait, how do you get that?
That's what I'm going to show you. Okay? So keep in mind when you watch this video, if you're stuck, you can just fast forward to what you need, right?
Yeah.
Nobody needs to listen to all of this unless they choose to. So I'm copying it. I just do a Control C, and then I have paint on my programs, but you could just type in paint, and then you get this. Then I'm going to paste it, and then I will move it over. I haven't changed the size, nor have I changed the orientation. Okay? So I don't want to either, because I want to go back and put that nice thick border on. That's why I don't want to distort it here. So these tools, you know, they're different, so we can just kind of mess around with them. You will be better. Stop making fun of me. You will be better at this than I am with the tools, probably. But we could make this green-eyed fish. Oops. All right, you guys. Inside is going to be, will be blue-eyed. How about that? I'm going to pick up the paint and pour a little blue eye in there. Oh, it's green. We'll go blue. Hello. Paint. I just have to.
It's on color too.
It should be. All right, so when it doesn't go well, just undo. And yeah, I'm just going to try that again. I don't know why that happened. So, but we don't really care, so I'm not going to really try it again. Okay, so we could put a little smile, if we want, on my fish. So I'm going to click, and then I'm going to, you're laughing at me. Okay, turns out I got a little fin. I bagged the smile. Okay. Yeah. You will learn that the most important thing is to practice with these before you get too committed.
It's because that purple thing is the background color.
We should do like
Yes,
rainbow.
and these are not areas of great concern for me. Okay, so you get it. You have to kind of work for these. You have to practice with them. Every year I sort of remember and get better at it, but I'm going,
It's the background color. You need to click like color 1 on that.
I want that to be yellow. Thank you. Okay, not great, good enough. Okay, good enough for right now. I'm going to now select it. And then when I select that, I can go back into my Word document and I can paste it. So remember, there are some issues here. It doesn't move at all. I have to go to Format, and I have to wrap the text, and I'm just going to go through. And on this one, I want this to be in the foreground. So I'm going to also I want to remove the background here, but I want two colors. So I'm going to select on this. I'm going to format. I'm going to do remove background. I have to get the box bigger than the shape. It is. I'm going to get the negative tool. I want to get rid of this, and then I have to say keep changes. Okay. I want this to be in the foreground. I want it to be in the front. So just in case I haven't done that, I'm going to do order. Yep, bring forward works too. I also would like my line to be thicker and maybe black, so that's a little thick. How about there? I might like the color to be whatever, bright green or black. Usually I use one color the whole time. And then I'm going to move it into place just to make sure it all looks good. I'm not going to group it yet because I'm going to use it twice. So I'm going to go back to paint. I'm going to pick up another bucket. You're going to be watching this video. So I'm going to pick up paint. Color 1, as Curtis has informed me, is blue. Can I do color 1 to be yellow and change the eye now?
Yes.
Or is there not an outline? Nope,
Well, no.
because I didn't take care of that earlier. So we'll just go with color 1 to be a light blue fish.
We're gonna make it like
Good enough. There's lots of ways to do some of these things, but we want to make sure that I don't take too much of your time doing that. So I'm going to paste again. View 1 page. And it went behind. Do you know that? I pasted it and it didn't show up. It went behind. So don't keep pasting. So format, remove background, make sure it's bigger, take the negative, click there, keep changes, format, wrap text through. Now I'm going to go back to big view for me, and put the border in place on both of them. I'm done with paint.
you absolutely need the border.
The border will make this look a lot nicer.
It's like,
It just cleans up your lines. So now I've got my border, whoops. It's pretty good. It kind of takes care of some jaggedness. I'm going to copy it over here, and then on this one I'm going to group it. So I've selected both format group. That's group right there. I didn't bring it to the front, so I need to deselect which do I have the border?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have to make sure the border is in the front. Bring forward. Now I should be able to group. Okay, and then down here, same thing. This one, because it wasn't in, now it's in the front. I'm going to move it onto this fish. Move it over, move it up, over. Again, I'm going quick for it. It may be pretty accurate. If it were my final project, I would make sure all my steps are really accurate. Now I'm going to go to view 1 page. So these piece together just fine like this because I just did a translation from left to right. So I'm going to piece them together the same way I made them. You always piece the way you make things. So I'm going to make 1 row. Give me a minute. Uh-oh. Critical. Always critical.
If you hit shift, it lines it up.
everybody's a critic.
That's all right. I'm used to it, you guys. You think middle school teachers are not used to being criticized? Oh my goodness. Okay, so there we go. That's my row. I'm going to group my row.
Hold on, wait, get
No, I don't have to do any flipping yet. I feel like I missed
No,
one.
get the fish in the middle. Yeah, there.
You gotta get the line.
There we go.
There, cool.
So, group, okay. Now I can flip it.
No.
Just keep swimming. Just gonna go right, left. I'm gonna flip horizontal. I'm gonna offset it.
Whoa.
So I might need two of these guys, right? So rather than making this a giant mess, you know, even though I've grouped it, I can pull out a fish. There's a way to get one fish out of there.
One fish, two fish.
Oh, but I didn't get the background. So a better solution would be to ungroup. For just a brief moment and bring a fish over and regroup. And in fact, uh-oh. Yeah, right? Okay, if you want your fish to go other than up and down, this is the time that you should rotate. If you rotate before, it turns out to be quite a nightmare to paste them together for a lot of people. So now you've got this whole thing. If you look up here, I guess I don't have the whole thing yet. Top. All right. So, but we can get the whole thing. Okay. Group. Now I can spin if I want them to be going different directions. And then I can push it off the page. They will start piecing together nicely. And so on and so forth.
Yes.
The rest is easy, right? You want to make sure you take time getting them into place, but I don't want to take your time there. It's not bad. Okay, so I'll post this. You guys are going to walk up to the library if Miss Fitz wants to know where I am. We are in the library. There is testing. We are not in the library computer lab.
Everybody quiet. Form a single
So you have to just tell her I'm posting a video for you to use. And you are, I don't think you're coming back.
Hey, Ben, stop drinking my stuff.
I have your tests. I'll bring them up there.
I just gave you